Hello everyone and welcome to the Going Against the Grain podcast. I am Taylor.
Yeah, hello Taylor, and I'm Dan.
Indeed. Today, different things, because again, a bit rushed, but we're here. I've got some questions to ask Dan and I'll answer them as well, some sort of life questions. But also, we thought we'd do bad movie descriptions. So, I'm going to read out some words that lend themselves to a film, but it's not the description that you would expect, and Dan's got to try and work out what these films are.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
Are you ready for the first one?
Course I am.
A man watches his wife die and only son be disabled after a brutal attack on his front lawn. Years later, his son is then kidnapped and he travels many miles in search of his son with the help of strangers he meets along the way.
Oh gosh. Just immediately I had Breaking Bad hit my brain, which is not that.
It's also not a movie, but...
Oh, this is just movies?
I believe so. I think I've only done movies.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
And he tries to get back his son.
Would you like me to read it again?
Yes, please.
A man watches his wife die and only son be disabled after a brutal attack on his front lawn. Years later, his son is then kidnapped. He travels many miles in search of his son with the help of strangers he meets along the way.
God damn it. Oh no. Oh God, hey.
The wife dying thing happens immediately in the film.
Yeah. No. No. No, I'm not at the first hurdle. I don't think I've got this one, Tay.
That is Finding Nemo.
Oh, for God's sake. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's the wife thing.
So,
threw me right off of that. I mean, he gets married.
The fish he dies and his only son is disabled because he has the little fin.
Yeah.
After a brutal attack on his front lawn, it's where his eggs are. Years later, his son is then kidnapped. Yes.
Yeah.
And he travels many miles in search of his son with help of strangers, Dory, the sharks that he meets along the way.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. That is a good one.
This next one is a bit shorter.
Okie doke.
A purple alien ends world hunger with his rock collection.
Come on.
I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
A purple alien ends world hunger with his rock collection.
It's going to be so obvious. Oh. No, world hunger. I was going to say Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but... Purple bloody alien. And it's a shit movie description, so it's not literally. Come on, Dan. And what ends world hunger? Food. Oh, God.
Well, not necessarily food.
Oh, don't do that.
There could be less people.
God, Taylor.
Do you want me to give it away?
Please. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course. Jesus Christ, yeah, Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, Infinity War.
Purple alien, Thanos, ends world hunger by killing half the people in the world with his rock collection.
Yes. God,
Avengers Infinity War.
It makes so much sense. How have I buggered that?
I will... this one is you'll see in a minute, actually. I won't say anything. A monk recruits a teenager to commit an act of terrorism.
There goes a bit of soundproofing. A monk kidnaps a teenager.
No, a monk recruits a teenager to commit an act of terrorism. Dan's not very good at thinking outside the box.
No, autistic.
He's going to take it very literally, and that's not what this is about.
So autistic. So autistic. He recruits a teenager
to commit an act of terrorism.
This is ridiculous. Like, I've seen so many films, it's actually a joke.
I'm 99% sure you've seen this film.
A monk recruits a teenager to cause an act of terrorism.
Break it down.
A
So an
monk
act of terrorism could be what?
killing Earth,
No.
blowing up things.
Blowing up something, yeah.
Yeah.
And a monk is part of,
A monastery.
yeah, which, if you translate that to a different galaxy, let's say,
Then that really changes things.
far, far away.
Star Wars? What?
Star Wars: A New Hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi recruits Luke Skywalker to blow up the Death Star.
These have all been so gettable. Oh, I'm so annoyed at myself. I'm so annoyed. Mum, Dad, why did you give me tism? Thanks.
This one you should get quite easily. Idiot Ginger befriends a rat to commit health code violations.
Ratatouille.
Yeah!
He's got one. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're on a roll, I hope. Probably
This
not.
one you are going to have to think outside the box.
Fuck's sake. Go on.
A man's wife dies.
Of course she does.
He tries to get high in order to cope, accidentally gets a minor high along with himself. They go on a major trip and end up good friends when they come down. I know that anyone watching this will be screaming.
Give me it
what it
again.
is.
Sorry.
A man's wife dies.
Yeah.
He gets high in order to cope. Accidentally gets a minor high along with himself. They go on a major trip and end up good friends.
Up.
Yeah!
Yes. Come on. Let's go. Let's
Right.
go. This is good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Three more. Man is given steroids and a frisbee to fight off the Nazis.
Captain America.
Yes! He's getting the idea of it.
Come on.
An office worker does drugs to learn kung fu.
Oh, is it The Matrix?
Yes!
Yeah. That's really good. That's really good. I like that.
Okay. This is the last one. Dude invites some kids to a factory. 4 of them possibly die.
I got
Okay.
it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Yeah, boy.
I'll read it out though.
Go on, yeah.
Dude invites some kids to a factory. 4 of them possibly die. He then tries to rip off the 5th one before letting him use his elevator.
Yeah, I definitely would have smashed it on the end bit.
Yeah.
The elevator. And again, based on the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not Johnny Depp.
No, but Gene Wilder.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Right, that's the end of that segment.
Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, they're actually really hard to find, and I'm not clever enough to come up with them on my own. So
Yeah, I'd have no hope,
finding
mate.
good ones. I was hoping there would be like a fat subreddit, and there wasn't. There was a little subreddit
no.
about it. So
That's good. I like
I
that.
picked the best ones.
That was good fun.
Yeah. So I thought we could just do some general questions.
Yeah. I like general questions.
If you had to be a Disney character, who would you choose?
That one's easy for me.
Go on.
There's only one, it's Hercules.
Why?
Because it was my favourite film growing up, and he's hard as nails. And he smashes up monsters. And he has 3 women that go around singing soul music all the time, and that would be fantastic. Imagine if you had that. Imagine you just bowl around killing monsters and there's just 3 women singing you wonderful mixes of soulful music. It's the best music in any Disney film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's yours?
The monkey from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why?
Just ride around a ship all day taking the piss out of people. It sounds pretty good to me.
That's what you do sitting here.
Yeah, I know, but there's no ships involved.
True.
And there's no legal repercussions for a monkey.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
that's a very good point. It's a very good point. That's a good
you can
shout.
nick shit. You can, piss people off, tear people's hair out. It's great. Just vibe.
Just vibe with scurvy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like you.
I'd quite like to be Davy Jones as well. That'd be quite cool.
That would be very cool.
Just release an enormous squid on people you don't like.
And
Sounds
undead.
good. Yeah. I mean, are they undead?
Well,
I don't
they're
know
dead.
if they are.
They're dead, but they're still
No,
there.
they're not dead.
So that makes them undead?
Well, in the same way that you are technically undead, yeah.
Yeah.
Undead tends to lend itself to zombies.
Yeah. Well, he's like a sea zombie, isn't he?
No, not really. 'Cause he can be turned back into a human.
Can he?
Yeah, it happens in the film.
Oh, of
When he
course it
confronts
does.
Calypso, when he puts Calypso in the brig,
Yeah.
and then she turns him back to human and then back to the squid.
There you go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah. And
Oh.
Bootstrap Bill, he gets all the barnacles and starfish and shit fall off him, doesn't he?
He does. Good old bootstrap Bill.
Still probably the best piece of CGI ever.
What there?
Davy Jones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so realistic. Considering that film is 15 years old nearly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it looks mad. It looks so much better than CGI now.
Yeah.
And I watched a video on how they did it, and it is genuinely really, really interesting. Like, just clever.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's far enough away from being human where it doesn't trigger the uncanny valley, if you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean by that. So the uncanny valley, for those who don't know, is when something tries to look human but doesn't quite, because the human mind is so used to looking at human faces that if there's something slightly off with it, it makes humans really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you see now a lot of main characters, where they're fully CG, they will intentionally look less human. So things like, I don't know if you've ever seen Alita.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she was intentionally made to look less human so that she didn't trigger the uncanny valley, and that's why it looked so good. But also with Davy Jones is they left as little skin exposed as possible. So if you think about it, in his entire costume, the only bit of skin you can
Forehead.
see is his head.
Yeah, forehead.
You can't see anything from the neck down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that was another thing that they did so that you don't have to, because skin is really hard to animate
CGI.
because it has pores and it has stretches and weird ways and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Good old Davy Jones.
Useless information. If you
It's
had an
nice.
intro song that played every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Oh, God, what a question. What a question. Probably the theme music from Some Mothers Do Have 'Em.
I don't know that.
70s sitcom, British sitcom.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. I just don't know I wouldn't know the theme song.
I'm not going to try and recreate it
Why?
because I know that you can edit it in and you can do a much
Yeah,
better job of me butchering it.
Yeah.
That's as good as you're getting out of me today. That's it.
See, I would love to say that mine would be like the intro to Money for Nothing or something
What's
like
that?
that.
What's that?
Something ding 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 ding
Gotcha.
ding ding. Actually, it would probably be the Benny Hill theme tune or something like that. Or what's that trombone one? Like that. I'd love to think I was cool. I'm really not. So
I mean, it would definitely improve my life by about 15%.
what, to hear the Benny Hill theme tune every time I walked into a room?
Any of the above.
Okay.
Any of the three you just chose. If you had that following you into a room, my life would be.
I can arrange it.
I'm tempted to say yes, but it's going to cost a lot of company time. So
Oh, really? Just cue it up, hit play every time I walk into a room that you're in.
It's tempting.
Yeah, we get a
tempting.
lot of copyright strikes, though.
Yeah, good luck finding the Some Mothers Do Have 'Em theme music, by the way. Good luck, son.
If money did not exist and you could have any job in the world, what would you do?
Footballer. Sorry, that was too easy. The only problem I've got nowadays is I can't run. So, like, I tried doing a run the other evening, and I managed 2.2 kilometres before walking for the first time. I mean, that's not good. That's not really going to get me very far on a football pitch, is
It's
it?
still about 2.19 kilometres more than I could do without walking.
Yeah. It still just means I'd be a footballer, but a very shit one. And that's my predicament.
Well,
and
you
that's
don't have to be good at the job. It just says, what job would you have?
Oh, yeah. Give me the choice. I'd be a footballer. Any position, I'd just love to run around, kick a ball all day.
I think same, probably. If money wasn't an object. If money obviously was involved, yeah, I'll just fucking switch lives with Elon Musk or something. But
No offence, Tay, but I'd rather you didn't design the rockets that are going to help us create life on other planets.
well, with the best will in the world, neither does he.
I think he's got quite a lot of involvement.
Well, I know that he went on a podcast and said that he made it pointy because he thought it was funny in The Dictator.
yeah, like a dick.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, I can do that. And just, like, say mildly outrageous shit on Twitter. And then earn loads of money doing it. All right.
That's a happy Tay.
I don't have to do the build-up shit. He's already done it. I'll just have it now.
Just take over.
Yeah.
Would you bring any new rules into X?
Into X?
If you took over Elon Musk's life, what would you change about X?
I would just take off all restrictions. And just let people go at it.
Are there restrictions now? I thought he removed them all.
Yeah, no, there's still censorship.
Like what?
And just watch Community Notes go fucking mad.
What's censored now? I thought he lifted it because he wanted free speech.
Yeah, I know, but I guarantee it's not, because he has an agenda the same way the people, like, he's very right-wing. The people who ran it before were very left-wing. So I would imagine, I don't know for sure, this is all conjecture, but I'd imagine there's still some form of censorship.
I'd love to see you do it for 3 months.
What, run Twitter?
Just run Elon Musk's life.
Yeah.
Replace Elon.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Vote for Tay.
Just sack everyone.
Yes, he did. There's less to get rid of now.
Make people sleep in the office and sack them if they don't.
Yeah, there you go.
And then spend outrageous amounts of money on completely pointless shit.
Would you not be in EA Sports? Would you not want to do that? Imagine you could just always play fucking FIFA.
I don't love it that much.
No?
No.
If you had to play one console game only for the rest of your life, what would you play?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
I don't know, because my favorite game ever is a story driven game, but obviously you don't want to just play the story over and over and over and over.
True.
So if you could like extend that game indefinitely, then LA Noire.
Oh, I've heard that's the mob game, 1930s mob.
No, that's Mafia.
Oh,
LA Noire, you play as, it's in the 40s, and you play as a detective.
Ah, right, yeah.
And you go through, like, you start on patrol, then you go to, like, arson, homicide, vice. You do,
wow.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like puzzle solving and solving the crimes. You have to interview people. It was the first game where they brought in proper facial recognition technology.
Oh, right.
So you're supposed to be able to tell, well, you can tell when people are lying
Oh,
by
shit.
facial movements and little
Yeah.
like subconscious cues and stuff like that. It's really clever.
That is very clever.
That's my favourite game ever. But the thing is, it's very old now. It was 2010.
Yeah.
So the graphics are a little bit shit. They tried to remaster it, but it wasn't amazing. Yeah, I wish they'd release another one, but I don't think they will.
No.
It was Rockstar, same people who made. I think it was Rockstar, same people who made like GTA and Red Dead and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was a really cool game. So yeah, that would be the game I'd play forever.
Yeah.
If you could extend the story indefinitely.
Yeah. Turn it into a game version of 24, where you've got 98 hours in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Somehow do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's games that are big like that you can play for hundreds of hours and still not complete. But I just get bored.
Yeah.
Very easily.
You need change.
Comes with ADHD.
He needs change.
Yeah, it's like I played Magic the Gathering for like non-stop for 3 years, and then all of a sudden just went, nope, bored of it now, stop. And I haven't played for like 6 months.
Jesus. Madness.
Yeah, it's shit.
What, the game is shit?
No, just having ADHD.
Oh, right.
It's very expensive. I can't just stick to one hobby.
Yeah.
And also I'm very competitive, so if I ever start a new hobby, I then buy good shit.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later I don't use it. It's great. Love it.
Yeah. You know, it's good. It's nice.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
What game would you play?
There's only one, FIFA.
You would just play FIFA?
It's the only game I've played other games, but I've never like sat down on my own and put any other game than Pro Evo or FIFA into a console and started playing it. Not including Nintendo games like Pokemon.
Well, they are games, Dan.
Oh, okay. So they're the only two games I've ever played is Pokemon and a football game.
Do love a bit of Pokemon.
Yeah, same. Big fan. I've completed Red probably about 7 times. Emerald Green about 9 times. Ruby.
I've still got all my old Game Boy and original. I've got Yellow as well. Yellow, Crystal, Emerald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got them all.
Found them all
Catch them all.
when I moved house.
Hey.
Yeah, it was
Gotta
good.
catch them all.
Yeah, it's a shame that the new ones are so shit.
What, the new games?
Yeah.
I've not seen any of the new Pokemon stuffs.
In comparison, they're just wank. But
Wank.
what's the best piece of advice you ever received?
Oh, Jesus. Advice. Probably my dad's. If you do what you enjoy in life, it's not work. And also, if you do what you enjoy in life, you'll succeed at it. It's not really advice, but it was just a little saying, little phrase he said, and it
I
hit
was
home.
really trying not to make a masturbation joke there.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. It's boring. It's too quick.
Yeah, well, you're better looking than me, so.
What for wanking?
No, the facilities to not have to.
Oh right, yeah, that hasn't impacted my life at all, mate. It's still Pamela Henderson, bonjour. What can you do? But yeah, that's probably the best advice. Or just don't care about anyone's opinion. Like, as in, if it's a negative one about you and it could impact you in a negative way, don't let it bother you. I'm quite good at that. But yeah, what about yourself? Any sound advice been given to you?
In the immortal words of every Love Island contestant ever, it is what it is. It's probably, not that I got it from there, but it yeah.
If you're taking any life advice from the people on Love Island, I'm concerned.
No, it's not from Love Island. But the message is very good.
Yeah.
Not for what they use it for, but
Just don't worry, basically.
just, yeah, if you can't actively impact something, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, just let it be. Like, I didn't follow this advice until relatively recently, but you've just got to accept that you can't be in control of every aspect of your life, and sometimes just got to let it happen. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not.
I've got a loose, relevant anecdote on this point.
Okay. Go on then.
So I've recently gone to Athens with a friend, as you are well aware, and on the flight out there is when we had storm something 2 weeks ago, and the plane on a takeoff, like the thing was literally tipping like side to side on takeoff, and I just sat there smiling, like really enjoying it. And obviously there's a woman next to me, no word of a lie, she's like that, like panicking like fuck, and I'm looking over at her like, oh god, I should probably stop smiling, because she's she might think I'm causing this, like I'm the one trying to make the plane crash. And I've looked to the left of me, got a lady in between me and my mate in this little aisle of 3, and she's not smiling. She's also not smiling. My mate is looking out the window, and he's not a very confident flyer. And I came to this realisation, it's a bit of it is what it is. But odds are I'm obviously clinically depressed. Who sits in a potentially near-death situation content? I was actually happy that it might be coming to an end. That wasn't my thinking. My thinking was like, it's out of my control. This is quite good fun. It's like a roller coaster. But actually, I was, could have just been near my peril. So yeah.
On a lighter note, the other piece of advice is, what's the point of being grown up if you can't act like a kid sometimes? I like that one.
I mean, it's nice. It doesn't make any sense, but it's nice.
What do you mean?
Say it again.
What's the point of being grown up if you can't act like a kid sometimes?
Well, the point of being grown up is to be grown up and take responsibilities. That's
Yeah,
the actual point.
But then you can always revert to
being a kid.
innocent things.
That's what I'm saying. It's nice. I like the sound of it. It's just nonsense.
I didn't shit on yours, all right?
You're more than welcome to. It's just autism. I'm gonna look very straight down the barrel.
Speaking of roller coasters, did you ever see that concept roller coaster in Germany called the Suicide Coaster?
Give me some more information about this, please.
So there was this guy in Germany, I think he was a scientist, who designed a roller coaster that would subject the body to significant enough G-forces that it would kill you. And it was an alternative suicide method. They're very happy in Germany, aren't they?
See, I can only see pros.
Yeah, so it was just like, it was loops that got smaller and smaller and smaller.
So eventually,
So yeah, eventually all the blood would drain out and you'd just die.
it's fucking genius. What they've done is they've looked at Switzerland and they've gone, we can make this more fun, and we can introduce way more engineering. Was he the owner of Audi?
I don't know. Vollsprung Dirk, fuck off. Yeah.
I haven't heard of that roller coaster, but now I'm going to research it because I'm sure 10 years' time that'll come in handy.
Did you see the United Healthcare killer bloke got caught?
What?
Oh my god, you don't watch the news, do you?
No.
So the guy who was the CEO of United Healthcare, who is like one of the biggest healthcare providers, insurance providers in America, got shot on the street of Manhattan.
What for?
Well, because he's a cunt, basically.
Fair.
They had the highest rejection rate of any health insurance company in America. They had a rejection rate of 33%.
What, so if people go to make a claim, they just say no?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this guy, can't remember his name. He's got an Italian name, but he just walked up behind him with a silenced pistol and shot him.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And apparently they found him. Apparently.
What, the killer?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Jesus.
yeah, he got caught in a McDonald's. You really? I know you said. I know you said you don't watch the news, but I didn't realise you really don't watch the news.
No, not at all. I don't want to. I don't mind hearing it like this, as in conversation, but I don't want to hear it from a news source. I don't want to subject myself to depression even more than I already have.
In the ensuing 24 hours, all the other healthcare companies took their CEOs off their website.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense.
Because they think it's going to happen more.
Of course it will. If someone thinks they can get away with it.
Have you not seen that thing all over the internet at the minute? It's like deny, defend, oppose.
No.
Whatever it is. Basically, he'd written on the shell casings of the bullets he fired, defend, deny, depose.
Wow.
This was premeditated.
Well, clearly. He can't got a silencer. What do you mean? He's not just gone, oh, I've just stubbed my toe, I'm fuming, let's go shoot a cunt. He's gone, I'm going to write on this bullet. I'm going to write on it, I'm going to pop a silencer on. But, I mean, how do you think he's obviously not trying to get away with it. So why bother with the silencer?
Well, this is the thing, is he got caught in a McDonald's.
Standard.
With a bag that contained his fake ID that he used, his gun, and his manifesto. And everyone's sort of going, well, hang on a minute. He managed to get a fake ID, get to New York, get a hotel room with this fake ID, register a gun under this fake ID, managed to confuse everyone by the fact of what he was wearing. You couldn't tell sort of how big he was or what he looked like or anything like that. He shot this bloke, disappeared into thin air, but is then clumsy enough to be caught with all of the evidence in his bag.
Mad, isn't it?
3 or 4 days later.
That's mad.
That's why people are going, not sure about that.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. But
another one of America's
we're not going to talk about conspiracies because I'll get my fucking kneecapped. I'll get fucking kneecapped by YouTube again.
You'll get silenced.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, interesting.
I like that. Well, I don't like that, but you know what I mean. Yeah, interesting. Sorry.
What's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house?
Oh no! I've got so many answers, and none of them are really airable. There's too many.
Power of editing, Dan.
Honestly, okay. Should I just rattle them off?
I feel like there's going to be a lot of bleeps in this segment, but yes, go ahead.
One of the weirdest things when I was 12 years old, 12 or 13, my mate Big Jack was around, we were playing Xbox. My brother had 4 friends over, and at the time my brother was a year and a half older than me, he's 14 I guess. This lad who is 27 years old, a ginger rasta with dreadlocks, right, white guy obviously, he just comes into the lounge, he goes, "Oh, you alright mate, you Jake's brother?" Yeah. "Oh, do you want cheeky line?" I looked and I was like, I'm 12 or 13 years old. I hadn't touched any nonsense. And he's just literally dumped about 3.5 grams of cocaine all over my mate's laptop. And my mate is very anti-drugs at this. He's just stared at me and then stared at this bloke. And I was like, oh no, he's going to fucking kill him. He's actually going to kill him. And I was like, no mate, I don't want any of that. My mate's gone, "Get that off my fucking laptop now." And this bloke's like, "Oh shit, like, I'm trying to do a nice thing here," right? That's number one. That's weird.
Okay.
I had a guy, one of my mum's friends, this is back in her drinking days, every drinking days, he started doing Nazi salutes and fucking, like, saying Nazi terminology in front of me because my dad's Jewish. And I flipped, like, but I couldn't do anything. I was like 12 years old and this is a big grown man, used to be a pro boxer. I was like, well, I can't kill him. He's going to kill me. So then my brother picked up a Stanley knife and went to go fucking stab him. My mate had to hold him back and stop that happening. That guy's car got smashed in, just to let you know. Another weird one, my mate took a shit in a Tupperware box. That happened in my house, standard. More than once. Okay. That's a guest around my house doing something weird. Another one, this is what I'm saying, there's some weird shit's occurred in my life, mate, and now it kind of makes sense to why I'm a fucking freak. This one is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and it's disgusting, right? Now I wouldn't find it so funny. When I was 14 years old, the funniest thing about it, mate's come around mine after school. He's like, "God, I've got a fucking itchy bum." Right? Starts scratching his bum. Within 30 seconds, oh, pulled a weird face. He's like, "What's that?" Pulls out a little bit of poo. Honestly, I went, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "It was just outside my bum." I was like, "Well, why have you done that? Why are you not in the toilet, bro? What are you fucking doing?" And then he's gone to the loo. All I hear was a plop, and he's like thrown it in. He threw in a little clinker, and that's what he called it. He said, "Oh, I've got a little clinker." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What? This is insane. This is insanity. Why is this happening in my place?" There you go. There's 5 I've just reeled off without much thought. What do you reckon, Tay?
I regret asking.
You asked the wrong guy. You asked the wrong guy.
I'm not even going to answer because they're not going to compare.
Oh, God. Sorry about that. Where'd you take that, Tay?
Final question.
Go.
What's the weirdest thing you find attractive in a person?
Sexually attractive or like as in friendship?
I imagine so.
The weirdest.
The way that I think this is phrased is like the thing that you wouldn't think would make someone attractive, but it does to you, is how I would answer it.
Do you mind going first? I need some thinking time.
Curly hair.
Is that an unattractive trait?
No, it's not to say it's normally unattractive, but
it's
curly hair.
That's
it's just don't know why. I have no reason as to why.
Okay.
But curly hair is like a solid +2.
I don't really. I guess if you're from any country but England.
He means any Asian country.
No, any country but England.
Asian country.
Why was my ex Swedish?
Desperation? I don't know.
That's a good answer. That is a very good, quick answer. Desperation. I don't know. Yeah, that would be it. That would be it. There was no Asians to hand.
No.
So I just took the next best thing. Yeah, just if you're foreign, then there's something cool, something different. And you've had a different cultural upbringing. I'm way more, intrigued and interested by women that are not from this country, because I've not had a great track record with anybody from this country. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I think that's probably it's probably the only thing that I would say I would look for that is not normal to look for.
Okay.
Is that all right? I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want from you anymore, Dan,
No,
either.
because I don't have a type, like, aesthetically.
Mm.
As long as you're pretty and you're a nice person, I'm down the sound.
No, I don't either. Gabby is convinced that I do have a type, but I don't, and she's still convinced that I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. There's no aesthetic features specifically that I prefer over any others. I don't really care. It's more about the person.
Are you a heterosexual man, Taylor?
I am.
Yeah, okay. Like the boobs and bum question. Do you have an answer for that?
No.
Same. Every time I think I've given answers, but it's changed so many times. I'm like, clearly I don't really care. As long as one of them's there. It's either or.
But no, aesthetics are not top of the list for me.
No.
Like, they're not. So
You're going to be a happier man when you find someone, then, that's for sure.
if
No, why has it got to be an if?
it's been 10 years, Dan, there's not a lot of data to pull from, is there?
If doesn't mean that it's never happening. It just means you got to go digging. That's the thing.
I was legally a child the last time I was in a relationship. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what that was, but if you watched it, fair play. If not, I don't blame you.
If people aren't watching this and having a giggle at just pure madness, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
This is quite frank. You're asking a guy questions that's... I've seen some really fucked up stuff. Like, clearly, you've just... It's never going to be normal. I'm not normal. I feel so sorry for you, Tay. I can only apologise.
Bye.
Bye.